Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. I apologize. I had to fix my sound settings because I was on Brother Mark Sparking Yahuah's channel yesterday for fellowship for Shabbat, and my volume was turned on my microphone all the way down to like a 29. I usually sing songs at the end, so it might be too loud on the microphone, or it might mess up the microphone. So the host of the show, Brother Mark, can turn the volume up or down on the microphones for everybody on the thing. Don't chew the rug. Okay, so we are on 3rd Enoch, chapter 48, continued, part B. The divine names that go forth from the throne of glory, crowned and escorted by numerous angelic hosts through the heavens and back again to the throne, the angels sing the Kodesh and the Baruchah, or the blessed. These are the 72 names written on the heart of the Kodesh one, blessed be he. It's going to take me a bit to read through all the names, but bear with me, please. SS by itself. Sedek, which means righteousness. Sahel, sir. Or that's two words together. Isaiah 26:4, I think it is. I'm trying to learn the Roman numerals. SBI, Sadiq, which is righteous. STHSHN, Sabaoth, Adonai of hosts. K Shaddai, or Shaddai, Yahuah Almighty, Elohim, which is God, Yahuah, YHWH, SH, D-Gul, which is DGUL, Widum, which I think is wisdom, or it would just be dumb, because it has a W, little doohickey on the top, and then DOM. Then triple S, and then W or YW, little doohickey F by itself, HW, HB, Yah, HW, triple W, triple S, triple P, double N, double H, Hey, which is living, Hey, Rokeb, Araboth, riding upon the Araboth, Psalm IXV, triple I5, YH, double H, WH, triple M, triple N, HWW, YH, and YHH, and HPHS, and H, little doohickey, S, 1, and W. I don't know what 1 has a significance of. Maybe oneness, or Yahuah being one would be Ruach and Yahusha. W, S with two little doohickey things on the top, kind of like quotation marks, but they're straight little marks. Z with one of those little marks, and then there's two little marks next to each other up in the air, and then one little mark. That has a special meaning to him. It's one of the Kodesh names. Triple Q, which means Kodesh, Kodesh, Kodesh. But here it says, holy, holy, holy. But we all know that it's Kodesh because it's 3 Qs. QSHR, BW, CK, Ginur, Yah, Y with a little doohickey, Yod, Aleph, H doohickey N, P doohickey P, R doohickey W, YYWY with a lowercase y on the end, YYW, all uppercase, BBS, all uppercase, triple D, triple T, triple K, I don't know why that's special to him, it must have some certain meaning, KKK, KLL, SYS, and then doohickey X, T doohickey. And then the next one is BS, and then lowercase h, KMLW. And then there's this little, it's a weird weird little thing on our thing. You can put it like around words or before a sentence or after a sentence. I don't know. It has a little triangle looking mark in the middle, and then it has rounded edges. So it goes like this, little triangle, and then goes like this. Equals, blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom forever and ever, completed from Melech Hololam, the king of the universe. JBRH space LB little doohickey, the beginning of wisdom for the children of men. BNLKW, two little doohickeys on the top, space Y. Blessed be he who gives strength to the weary, and increaseth strength to them that have no might. Isaiah XL 29, which I think is Isaiah 20:29, or Isaiah, yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's just I don't really understand what the L is in Roman numerals. I never got that far into studying Roman numerals. That go forth adorned with the numerous crowns of fire, with numerous crowns of flame, with numerous crowns of chasmal, with numerous crowns of lightning from before the throne of glory, and with them there are 1,000 hundreds of power, i.e. powerful angels, who escort them like a king with trembling and dread, with awe and shivering, with honor and majesty, and fear with terror, with greatness and dignity, with glory and strength, with understanding and knowledge, and with a pillar of fire and a pillar of flame and lightning, and their light is as lightnings of light, and with the likeness of the chasmal. And they give glory unto them, and they answer and cry before them, Kodesh, Kodesh, Kodesh. And they roll or convoy them through every heaven or Shamayim, as mighty and honored princes. And when they bring them all back to the place of the throne of glory, then all the Kayath by the Merkabah open their mouth in praise of his glorious name, saying, Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom forever and ever. Chapter 48c, continued. And Enoch Metatron, peace. So this is an Enoch Metatron, peace. ALTL, or ALT in capitals and then lowercase l. Okay, 1. I seized him, and I took him, and I appointed him. That is Enoch, the son of Yered, whose name is Metatron. And I took him from among the children of men, and made him a throne over against my throne, which is the size of that throne, 70,000 parasangs, all of fire. I committed unto him 70 angels, corresponding to the nations of the world, and I give into his charge all the household above and below. And I committed to him wisdom and intelligence more than to all the angels, and I called his name the Lesser Yah, whose name is by Gematria 71. And I arranged for him all the works of creation, and I made his power to transcend. Literally, I made for him power more than all the ministering angels. So that's very powerful words right there. What he did for Enoch. Alternate 2. It says alt 2. Part 3. He committed unto Metatron that is Enoch, the son of Yered, all treasuries. And I appointed him over all the stores that I have in every heaven, and I committed into his hands the keys of each heavenly store. I made of him the prince over all the princes, and I made of him a minister on my throne of glory to provide for and arrange the Kodesh Kayath, to wreathe crowns for them, to crown them with crowns, to clothe them with honor and majesty, to prepare for them a seat when he is sitting on his throne, to magnify his glory in the height. The height of his stature among all those that are of high stature is 70,000 parasangs. And I made his glory great as the majesty of my glory, and the brilliance of his eyes as the splendor of the throne of glory. His garment, honor, and majesty, his royal crown, 500 by 500 parasangs. And now it says alts, so probably alternates. Verse 1. Alepho, I made him strong. I took him, I appointed him, namely Metatron, my servant who is one unique among all the children of heaven, or Shamayim. I made him strong in the generation of the first Adam, but when I beheld the men of the generation of the flood, or the deluge, that they were corrupt, then I went and removed my Shekinah from among them. And I lifted it up on high with the sound of a trumpet, and with a shout, as it is written. Psalm XLVII 6. Yahuah is gone up with a shout, the Adonai with the sound of a trumpet. And I took him, that is Enoch, the son of Yered, from among them, and I lifted him up with the sound of a trumpet, and with a terah, or a shout, to the high heavens, or Shamayim, to be my witness together with the Kayoth by the Merkabah in the world to come. I appointed him over all the treasuries and stores that I have in every heaven, or Shamayim, and I committed into his hand the keys of every several one. I made of him the prince over all the princes, and a minister of the throne of glory, and the halls of the Araboth to open their doors to me, and of the throne of glory to exalt and arrange it. And I appointed him over the Kodesh Kayoth, to wreath crowns upon their heads. Oh, Kayot must mean more than one. Or just one. Yes, crowns upon their heads. The majestic Ophanim, to crown them with strength and glory. The honored cherubim, to clothe them in majesty over the radiant sparks. To make them to shine with splendor and brilliance over the flaming seraphim. To cover them with highness. The chasmolim of light. To make them radiant with light, and to prepare the seat for me every morning as I sit upon the throne of glory, and to extol and magnify my glory in the height of my power. And I have committed it unto him, the secrets of above and the secrets of below, heavenly secrets and earthly secrets. I made him higher than all. I made his throne great by the majesty of my throne. I made 70,000 parasangs. The height of his stature was 70,000 parasangs, which Yahuah made him. Great by the majesty of his throne, and he increased his glory by the honor of his glory. He transformed his flesh into torches of fire, and all the bones of his body into fiery coals. And he's speaking about himself here. He says, and I made the appearance of his eyes as the lightning, and the light of his eyebrows as the imperishable light. I made his face bright as the splendor of the sun, and his eyes as the splendor of the throne of glory. I made honor and majesty his clothing, beauty and highness his covering cloak, and royal crown of 500 by times 500 parasangs, his diadem. And I put upon him of my honor, my majesty, and the splendor of my glory that is upon my throne of glory. I called him the lesser Yahuah, the prince of the presence, the knower of secrets. For every secret did I reveal to him as a father, and all mysteries declared I unto him in uprightness. I set up his throne at the door of my hall, that he may sit and judge the heavenly household on high. And I placed every prince before him to receive authority from him to perform his will. 70 names did I take from my names, and called him by them to enhance his glory. 70 princes gave I into his hand, to command unto them my precepts and my words in every language, to abase by his word the proud to the ground, and to exalt by the utterance of his lips the humble to the height, to smite kings by his speech, to turn kings away from their paths, to set up the rulers over their dominion, as it is written, Daniel 2:21. And he changeth the time and the seasons, and to give wisdom unto all the set wise of the world, and understanding and knowledge to all who understand knowledge, as it is written, Daniel 2:21. and knowledge to them that know understanding, to reveal to them the secrets of my words, and to teach and decree of my righteous judgment. As it is written, Isaiah IV.N. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but shall accomplish that which I please. ASA, I shall accomplish, that means, is not written here, but ASDH, he shall accomplish, meaning that whatever word and whatever utterance goes forth from before the Kodesh One, blessed be he, Metatron stands and carries it out, and he establishes the decrees of the Kodesh One, blessed be he. Chapter 48D. The names of Metatron, the treasuries of wisdom opened to Moshe on Mount Sinai. The angels protest against Metatron for revealing the secrets to Moshe and are answered and rebuked by Yahuah. The chain of tradition and the power of the transmitted mysteries to heal diseases. This sounds very important. 70 names has Metatron, which the Kodesh One, blessed be he, took from his own name and put upon him. And there they are: Yahuah, Yah, Yael, Yophial, and Yophial, and Aphathial, and Margezial, Gipual, Paazial, Perial, Tatrial, Tabkial, W, Yahuah, YHWH, DH, WHYD, Ebed, Diburial, Apiel, Spiel, Pasial, Sene, Bron, Metatron, Sogdin, Adrigon, Asum, Saktam, Megon, Miton, Motron, Rospim, Quinoth, and Katatya. And then there's a bunch of other names here. One of them says it's the lesser YHWH, the lesser Yahuah, after the name of his father. Exodus 23:21. For my name is in him. And that name was Akbar. Rabibyal, Tumial, Sagensakial, Sagnizagial, or Negan Zegial, the Prince of Wisdom. And why is he called by the name Sagnesakial? Because all the treasuries of wisdom are committed in his hand. And all of them were opened to Moshe on Sinai, so that he learnt them during the 40 days while he was standing remaining. The Torah in the 70 aspects of the 70 tongues, the prophets in the 70 aspects of the 70 tongues, the writings in the 70 aspects of the 70 tongues, the halakhas in the 70 aspects of the 70 tongues, the traditions in the 70 aspects of the 70 tongues, the Haggadahs in the 70 aspects of the 70 tongues, and the Toseftas in the 70 aspects of the 70 tongues. But as soon as the 40 days were ended, he forgot all them in one moment. Then the Kodesh One, blessed be he, called Yephifiah, the prince of the law, and through him they were given to Moshe as a gift, as it is written, Deuteronomy 10:4. And the Adonai gave them unto me, and after that it remained with him. And whence do we know that it remained in his memory? Because it is written, MAI, that's the name of the chapter, IV4. Remember ye the law of Moshe my servant, which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Yasharal, even my statutes and judgments, the laws of Moshe, that is the Torah, the prophets and writings, statutes, that is the halakhas and traditions, judgments, the Haggadahs and Toseftas, and all them were given to Moshe on high in Sinai. These 70 names are a reflection of the explicit name or names on the Merkabah, which are engraven upon the throne of glory. For the Kodesh One, blessed be He, took from his explicit name or names and put upon the name of Metatron 70 names of his, by which the ministering angels call the King of Kings of Kings, the King of the Kings of Kings. Blessed be He in the high heavens, and the 22 letters that are on the ring upon his finger, with which are sealed the destinies of the princes of kingdoms on high in greatness and power, and with which are sealed the lots of the angel of death and the destinies of every nation and tongue. Said Metatron the angel, the prince of the presence, the angel, the prince of wisdom, the angel, the prince of understanding, the angel, the prince of the kings, the angel, the prince of the rulers, the angel, the prince of glory, the angel, the prince of the high ones, and the one, and of the princes, the exalted, great, and honored ones in heaven and on earth. Roscoe, stop. H, the Elohim of Yasharal, is my witness in this thing, that when I revealed this secret to Moshe, then all the hosts of every heaven on high raged against me and said to me, why dost thou reveal this secret to son of man, born of woman, tainted and unclean, a man of a putrefied drop, the secret by which were created heaven and earth, the sea and the dry land, the mountains and hills, the rivers and springs, Gehenna of fire and hail, the Garden of Eden, and the tree of life, and by which were formed Adam and Eve, and the cattle and wild beasts, and the fowl of the air, and the fish of the sea, and the behemoth and Leviathan, and the creeping things, the worms, the dragons of the sea, and the creeping things of the deserts, and the Torah, and wisdom and knowledge and thought, and the gnosis of things above, and the fear of heaven, or Shamayim. Why dost thou reveal this to flesh and blood? I answered them, because the Kodesh One, blessed be He, has given me authority to do this, to do so. And furthermore, I have obtained permission from the high and exalted throne, from which all the explicit names go forth with lightnings and fire, flaming chasmalim. But they were not appeased until the Kodesh One, blessed be He, rebuked them and drove them away with rebuke from before him, saying to them, I delight in and have set my love on, and have entrusted and committed unto Metatron my servant alone, for he is one, unique, among all the children of heaven. And Metatron brought them out from his house of treasuries and committed them to Moshe, and Moshe to Husha, and Husha to the elders, it says Joshua, and the elders to the prophets, and the prophets to the great synagogue, and the prophets to the men of the great synagogue, and the men of the great synagogue to Ezra, and Ezra the scribe to Hillel, the elder, and Hillel the elder to Ar-Abahu, and Ar-Abahu to Ar-Zerah, and Ar-Zerah to the men of faith, or Amunah. And the men of faith committed them to give warning and to heal by them all disease that rage in the world, all diseases that rage in the world. As it is written, Exodus, I think it's 25:26, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Adonai, thy Elohim, and wilt do that which is right in his eyes, and wilt give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of the diseases upon thee, which I have put upon the Egyptians, or the Mitzrites. For I am the Adonai, that healeth thee. Ended and finished. Praise be unto the Creator of the world. All praise and esteem to Yahuah. Alright, I love you all. And if any of you guys remember, because I was jumping around, do you guys remember if I read... was it 4th or 5th Enoch that I read to you guys? Please let me know in the comments below if you remember. If not, I'll have to look back through and see, and then I'll figure out if we'll be moving on to another section of Enoch. But I was pretty sure that I read you 5th Enoch, and this is 3rd Enoch, and I don't know if I read 4th. Because none of these are included in the CEPHER, so I wanted to share them with you. I felt they were important. Okay, so now it's time to praise Yahuah. Torah Rabbah Abba Yahuah. Torah Rabbah Abba Yahuah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Yahuah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Yahuah. Yahuah is with me. Yahuah is for me. Yahuah is greater than all of these things. If Elohim is for me, then who can be against me? Yahuah's name will always be praised. Seek him, and you will find him. Knock, and the door will be opened unto you. Unto you.
No, you can't do it to your sister. That's the problem. She's smart.
All I want to do is worship Yahuah in spirit and truth. For his kindness is everlasting. Baruch haba Hashem Yahuah. I love you all. Shalom and blessings, warriors of Yahuah and the truth.